Hey there YouTube, Superbrain AK here, and check out what I made. It's a... hold on a second. There's what it is originally. Dell 12 volt, 23 amp, 3.3 volt standby 2 amp server power supply. It normally has some pins like that which just slot into the server, and yeah, mains in here, 12 volts and 3.3 and a bunch of little data pins, or well, not really data, but different options. So what I did is I soldered some wire onto the 12 volts and connected up these little laptop fans and then this switch, I don't know if you can see that, there it is, little switch to turn it on and off. So yeah, how I managed to power these fans, because these are 5 volt laptop fans, I have the positive of the fans going to the 3.3 volt, which is this first wire on the top right here, and then the negative of the fans goes over to the other side, I believe to this one on this side, which is the power on pin. You pull this to ground, it turns on. So the negative of the 5 volt fans goes to here, then it goes off to the switch, which then goes down to ground here. So whenever I turn on the switch, it takes the 3.3 volts through the fan and also the 3.3 volts from the enable pin and puts it down to ground. So the fans turn on, and so does the power supply. So yeah, and then I've got these two little solid core wires coming off. This one's currently onto my multimeter, the red one, and then the blue one goes onto this little breadboard, which is basically just one of these that goes on your normal breadboard, and because it has some sticky back, I just glued it or stuck it to the power supply. So little capacitors added there for filtering, 16 volt 470 microfarad, and it is a solid capacitor, so it's got fairly low ESR, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, so what I currently have connected up to here is a bunch of little heating elements from coffee pots. We've got the little tube and one-way valve and little thermal switches. So these are cutouts, and that's just a regular temperature thing. So what I will be using it for is to plug little cables like this from your standard wall warts. I tin the ends so that all I have to do is shove it in that board, and I have basically an unlimited supply of 12 volt wall warts in one device. So yeah, Currently I'm load testing it, see if these fans are adequate. They seem to be fairly. Got a little air thermometer. 38, 39 C, but 33, 32 coming out, and coming in is, you can't see that, 26.4. So yeah, that seems to be working pretty well. Yeah. So I also have a wire coming off here, which is just another barrel jack, but it's much thicker wire. It's 18 gauge compared to the probably 22 gauge, which is in these, so that I can pull 5 amps through it alone, which will be good for my energy right there. Focus. That's probably as focused as it can. And I think it's raining. Yep. It's raining. Cool. So yeah, anyway, I do have it plugged in here with the Tenergy. The mains, it normally has this normally has this little connector and then this little ground wire. This I just screwed in. You might be able to see it here, because it has a little ground jack there, ground terminal. So what I did, popped these little connectors out, can't really say little, and then soldered them on to those, bridging the gap. Then I took a pin that normally that would go into this type of connector around and bent it to the underside, and then soldered across these two and there. So it's fairly low resistance and fairly high stability. So yeah, and then so then that comes down to this, which is just two little C14 connectors in a little plastic box with the wires basically soldered straight to them. So then that comes from a C13 cable to plug on my Tenergy. So you can see right now it is using about 58.5 watts, which 3.1, I believe I calculated it as like 37 watts times 12.1, yeah, 37.5. So 58.5 minus 37.2. So I'm losing 21.3 watts. in switching in heat in there and then powering those fans. So it's not too terribly efficient, but it can handle 23 amps maximum. So yeah, yep. Does get fairly warm. 35C. There's these buddies. They're only at like 29. 34. That one is in the far. That one. So yeah. What I want to do with these guys is actually make a water-cooled resistive ballast box. Basically just have the wires on those connect up to a to a little switchboard, and then have all the tubes connected to a water box, big box of water, and then have the output to go to like a heating element. Rain in Arizona, it doesn't last long. It's picking up. So, we got scattered showers today, I guess. So yeah, that'll be really cool. I hope I'll be able to connect everything up and have those situated in a good spot. But of course, where am I going to put a big box of water in this mess? So, well, anyway, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It's definitely a very nice power supply. Though I will, for things that will be running 24/7, I probably won't use it. But I'll probably use it for my Tenergy. So, we'll see. So it might not get as used as I anticipate, but because it's a little bit loud and not very efficient. Because I go ahead and disconnect here. So 0 amps and so no load, powering the fans, 12.3 watts. Yeah. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but I can do 275 watts on it. So, alright guys, I'll quit rambling, let you go on about your day. But yeah, if you ever need a 12 volt wart destroyer, modify a server power supply. Not that hard to do. Just gotta make sure you have proper cooling. Laptop fans seem to work pretty darn well, at least on 3.3 volts. And then, yeah, just a switch. I do have maybe some more power. I have focus. There we go. 550 watt power supplies. Though these will be a tad bit harder to connect to, because I'll have to figure out which pins are what. I can sort of tell from here. These ones that are all connected together are most likely the 3.3 volts. at what, 4.5 amps? 4.9 amps. But yeah, the only problem is it's got that fan, which is gonna be loud. So, yep. So if I ever need the power, I'll have it with this guy. Alright guys, I'll catch you later. Hope you enjoyed that. I will be posting a link of some pictures that I posted in a Google Plus post yesterday. So take a look at them if you want to see a little bit more. So yeah, take care guys. Thanks for watching.